Hello students, I am Sanjay Mate, Assistant Professor at ISMR, Nigri, Pune. In this video, we are going to see how to write JavaScript programs, keywords. After that, we will see how to use comments in your JavaScript. Then we will see what are the data types we can use in JavaScript. And at the last, we'll see the identifiers and variables which you can use in the JavaScript. So let's see first of all how to write the first program in JavaScript. So for writing the first program in JavaScript, so we need to code, we need to embed, we need to write the code inside the HTML file. So before that, going to write actual JavaScript code, we first of all understood what is HTML file, what is CSS file, and at the last we'll see the JavaScript. So HTML file is nothing but a hypertext markup language. So this is the language in which we are coding, we are writing the program for the web browsers. So web browsers understood only the HTML code. And we are going to execute our JavaScript on the browser. So we need to include our JavaScript in this HTML code. So HTML code is nothing but it will get, or it will, you can provide the contents what you want to display on the browser using this HTML code. So HTML code is having tags, opening tag and closing tag. In that we can include, we can put our contents. So here I have shown that in title tag means if you want to give the title to your web page, so you can put there the name or the document here I have written. Then if body, in the body you can have the paragraph, you can have the heading, the actual code, whatever the formatting you want, that you can include in the body. And at the last, this particular HTML file is completed by closing HTML tag. So there are several tags in the HTML file, but we are not focusing at present on the HTML code, but only we are going to learn the HTML content or HTML tags, which are only used for writing the JavaScript. So in this HTML code, there is one script tag which is included. In that script tag, we are going to write our JavaScript. That we are going to say that, but this is first in short the HTML code. After that, we'll see the, so this is the primary technique of inserting the JavaScript into the HTML page is through script element, whatever I said. So Netscape created this script element, script tag, and first implemented in the browser, Netscape Navigator version 2. Then it was later added in the formal HTML specification also. So this is what the script tag. So script tag opening, angular bracket, then script, closing angular bracket, and whatever the code you want to write, that you can write in that particular portion, and then again closing of the script tag. So here I have given one example. If I want to print hello, how are you? So I have written that particular script instruction or the script code in between the script tags. So basically there are two ways you can include your script code or JavaScript code into the HTML file. One is embedding directly into the script, means whatever you can write, whatever the variables you want to declare, whatever the for loop or do while, you can directly write into that particular script tag. Here I have written that console.log, means I have directly using the script code, JavaScript instructions in the script tag. This is one. The second one was, if you, this is not feasible to write the whole code, if your code is using for loop, functions, variable declarations, arrays, and object, and if you are defined the classes. So for this, so this is not possible to include this all in the script code or script tag. So instead of that, there's another way is what you can include the file that is called an external file. So how we can do that? So for that, you need to write script src is equal to, that is source, is equal to And whatever the code you are going to write in the JavaScript, write that whole code in mycode.js. You can give any name. So here I have given the name mycode.js and then close the script. That's all. So in the HTML file, only these two lines are there. Script src is equal to mycode.js and the script closing tag. That's all. And whatever the code you are writing, that will be residing in this mycode.js. And this file should be present in the same folder where this HTML file you are saving. So the path should be the same. Otherwise, you can specify the path here. After that, we'll see, we are going to see the keywords. So there are 63 keywords in the JavaScript: abstract, byte, const, delete. So these keywords are not used for variables or identifiers. So these are the reserved keywords, or it is having its own predefined meaning in the JavaScript. If you are going to use that by mistake, so it will give you error or it will prompt you error. So these are having the predefined meaning. Therefore, don't use this for your coding purpose or for identifiers. So these are the new keywords which are embedded afterward. That is class, enum, export, extend, import, and super. So how you can define, how can you put the comments into the JavaScript? This is very important because your code should be readable. Your code should, the other person should able to understand the code. So for that, the comments are very important. It plays a very big role in the reading or understanding the code. So comments, there are two ways you can include the comment in your script code. One is by single line, that is double slash, and you will write whatever that will not be compiled, that will not be executed, that will not be interpreted. The second way is your multi-line comments. In the multi-line comment, you can start with the slash star, and whatever you are writing between the slash star and star slash, that all is included in the multi-line comment. So that particular code will not be interpreted. So these are the two ways to include the comment in your JavaScript. Next, we'll see the primitive data types. Under the JavaScript, you are having Boolean data type, then you are having the number, string, then undefined data type, which is a different, an object, and the last one is a function. So let's identifiers. So we'll see that data types and we will use that in some examples. So before that, how to declare the variables, what the name you can give to the variables, or what are the rules you can follow to give the name to the variables or functions or arrays or objects. So identifiers are nothing but the name you are using for your variable or your constant or your function or your array or for your class. The name can contain letters, digits, underscores, and $sign. The name must begin with the letter. You cannot start your Java variable with the numbers. Name can also begin with the dollar, and you can include the underscore also in between. Names are insensitive. If means the small y is different than the capital Y. Reserved words, you cannot use the reserved words for the variables. So these are the certain examples. We can declare the variables using two ways. One is var and one is using let. So var and let is having its own meaning. So we're going to see that what is the difference. So var number is equal to 12. Here you are declaring the variable number and you are storing the value 12 in that. The same way here, let number is equal to 10. Here again, you are declaring the variable number and you are storing 10 into that particular variable. So variable declared. Now var and let are little bit with this related to the scope. So what is scope? Scope is nothing but what life or access, where you can access the particular variable, or what is the life of that particular variable. That is nothing but the scope. The scope is defined within the curly braces or within the functions. So here I have one opening the curly brace, var is equal to var x is equal to 2, and then I'm printing the closing the curly brace, and I'm printing console.log. So here you are accessing that x outside the scope, but still you can access that because it is declared as a var. So here you will, whenever you are printing console.log x, so you will get the value 2. So this is what the first of all use of var. Var can be accessed outside the particular enclosed declared block. So here I am writing var x is equal to 2, means here I am including that var in one block, and here still I am able to access that console.log. I will print 2. But if I am declaring the same variable x with the values of let x is equal to 2, and if I'm going to print console.log.x, it will print undefined. You are not able to access that x outside that block. So this is the main difference between var and let. So let cannot be accessed outside that scope or that enclosed brackets, but var can be accessed outside also. So these are the two things which you should understood and remember. Very important. So here one more example I have shown you, where x is equal to 10. So you are again, and in the block I am defining where x is equal to 2. So here you are writing x, or you are storing or overriding the value of x with a 2 on 10. And whenever I am printing the console.log x, it will print 2 because that 10 gets overwritten. If I'm using the same thing here, so this is what the problem you will face whenever you are using var. Because it might happen that you want to use variable x is equal to 10 outside the scope. But whenever you are declaring the same name with the var in the one block, so that particular way 10 gets override with 2. So to overcome that problem, so here we can have var x is equal to 10, and in the block where I'm writing let x is equal to 2. So whatever I am in the particular brackets, whenever I am printing x, wherever I am using x, so that x will be considered that is 2, which is inside the block. And when that block finish, and if I'm going to print console.log.x, so it will print 10. So that x which is inside the brackets and that which x that is outside the enclosing bracket, they're totally different. So if you're using let, but in the var it will get 1, it's common. So this is what the main difference between block, that is var and let. So you can define the constants also in the JavaScripts. Constants are nothing but you cannot change the value of that particular variable, that is particular identifier. The const pi is equal to 3.1415. So here, if I am trying to write again pi is equal to 3.14, if I will try to give same value, that is also not possible. And you cannot add or whatever, you cannot use that particular pi for changing the values, for updating the values of its own. So here I am using var x is equal to 10. In the block, I am declaring one const x. So these two x are totally different. So this const is used as same as the let. So here I can use x and I cannot change the value of x in this particular block. And whenever I am again accessing the same x outside that block, so you will get the 10, or you can modify that also. So this is what the const is behaving same as a let. Only keep in mind that const is, you cannot change the value of const. And whenever you are declaring the const, you should give the value at that time only. So how to declare the two variables? Here I have one example that for first number is equal to 3, second number is equal to 7, and I want to add two numbers. So here var total is equal to first number plus second number. And then I'm printing that using the alert, that is total. So there the output will be 10. You can declare the variables in one line, you can declare the variables in multi-line also. So variable var person is equal to John Doe car name is equal to Volvo and the price is equal to 200. So you can declare the variables in one line also. Even the values of that particular variables are different. So in the first person, John Doe, you are assigning the string. In the second case, you are assigning the string. And the third case, for the price, you are assigning the integer. Still, it is correct. If you are not writing anything before that particular variable name, so it will be treated as a global scope, or it can be accessed throughout the Windows object. But in this script, this is very dangerous, and don't use this global scope. Instead of that, use var and use let. If you want to read the numbers from the user, you can use in the C, we are using scene, scanf for reading the numbers. But here you can use prompt function. Under that, you can write enter the first number, prompt enter the second number. So this prompt will return the number, enter what are the value which is entered by the user into the first number and second. But these all the numbers are in the form of strings. So you need to convert that numbers into the integer using parsing or a number constructors that we are going to say afterward, but that is very important because it will give you the string. So you cannot add that two numbers directly. Declaration with var. So you can declare the variables with the var that we have already seen. So don't use, or this is a flaw, variable hosting. So what is variable hosting? So if you are declaring in the earlier languages, we need to declare the variables before its use. So in the JavaScript, it is not the case. You can declare the variable at the end and you can use it before declaration also. So that is called as variable hosting. So in this case, I am declaring, see the function scope1 variable top I have declared, and I am using one bottom variable before declaration. And after console.log, I have declaring that variable bottom. So I am declaring the variable at the last line of that function, and still I am able to use that bottom before declaration. So this is nothing but, and this is correct, and it is okay, and it is a valid code. So this is called as hosting. So every declaration is floating, or it will come up whenever you are interpreting. So there is no error, it will be executed perfect. If you are declaring the variable at the starting, that is also okay. Variable top is equal to top, variable bottom, you are declaring, and then I'm using it. So both will execute perfect. This is called as flag variable hosting. So you can declare the variable afterward, and you can use it before declaration also. So here I am having one function scope2 print. So here I am passing true or false. If it's true, then variable inside if 12, and you are printing that. So here I am printing that inside if variable value after that or outside that block. So you can do that because it is a var. So you can access this var outside the block also. So here also without, so here I am declaring the var outside the if, and then I'm accessing it. So it's again here also you can access the same, and you are printing 12. So here you are declaring inside the if, and in the second case you are declaring that outside the if. So both you can use it. So here redeclarations, you are redeclaring the variable a, you are declaring at the a is equal to 1 outside the function, and inside the function again I'm having var is equal to 4. So in this case, the last, whenever you're going to print A, it will print 4. So let, now here you are declaring the let, that is inside if let, using the let variable. So here if I'm trying to access that is inside if variable outside that particular if block, so it is not possible, or it will print the blank, because you are declaring the variable inside the if and using the let. If you will use var in that case, then you will able to use or you will to access. But in this case, let is used, therefore you are not able to access that outside the block. So this is already we have seen. You can declare the variables in one line. You can, I want to show you that how you can declare the variables in multi-line also. The where person is equal to John Doe, car name is equal to Volvo, price is equal to 200. This is also possible. So you can redeclare the variable also. The variable here I am declaring where car name is equal to Volvo, and after that car name. So again you can redeclare, it won't give you the error. So it is undefined. And if I am trying to print the car name now, so it is not having any value, or it will print the undefined. So here you can do expressions, you can assign the expressions to the variable. But here in the first example, where x is equal to 5 plus 2 plus 3. So here it will, the value of x is 10, that is 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. Now in the second case, I am having concatenating the two strings. In the first case, you are adding the two numbers. In the second case, you are concatenating two strings. So the value of x in the second case is John Doe. In the third case, your x is equal to string plus 2 plus 3. So in this case, the first is 5. So that 5 will be concatenated with the 2, and again that 5, 2 will be concatenated with the 3. So the answer is 5, 2, 3. Everything is treated as a string after that string 5. The same case here, again, where x is equal to 2 plus 3. Now in this case, first of all, 2 plus 3 will be added to 5 plus the comment. You have two double quotes, and in that you have included the 5. So here 2 plus 3, that is 5, plus the concatenated 5. So 5, and it will be converted into 2, 5. That string is converted to 5, and you will get the answer 10. So this is the difference between order of the variables or literals. You can check the data types of the variables. So where is 20 now is, and you are writing false. So you are giving true or false to that variable. So it is a type of Boolean. If I'm assigning 19, that is number to the age, then you are having the age as a number. If you are assigning the string to the last name, then the variable is of type string. So you can get it what type of variable it is or what type of data it is holding using type of, that is one operator, that is type of, using that. Just type of, you can write the name of the variable. So here I am having the array again, the variable fruit, and here I am writing apple, banana, kiwi. So this is what the array. Fruit is one array, in that I have stored the 3 values. So you can get it that. So here the array in default, it is object. So type of fruits is, now you will get the answer, that is object. You can declare the object also. So where me is equal to first name Sammy, last name B, and you, if I want to find out what is the data type of that me, so you will get the object. You can declare one variable which can hold the null also. So that is considered as an object again. So you can get it the data type of the particular variable using this type of. At the last, you are using the if, you are using for, you are using while for some expressions, for some in the control structures. So here node is some variable. If the variable is empty, null, or undefined, it will be evaluated as false. Means what? If means whether it is executed or not executed, that depends upon the value of node. So if node is false or 0 or not empty string, that is empty string, sorry, and not a number, undefined or unnull, then it will be treated as false, and that particular statement which is included in that if is not get executed. When that in the if the number is other than 0, that is negative or maybe the positive, or not empty string and non-empty object, So that particular condition will be evaluated as true. So you should remember when it is the condition become true or when it will become false. Because in the C, 0 is also the true condition. So for that, we need to remember that things. At the last, we will see how the difference between triple equal to double equal to. So there are three types of equal to. One is single equal to, which is used for assignment operator. Means if I want to declare in variable, so I can write app number is equal to 5. So is equal to I'm using once. So it is the assignment. You are storing that 5 into that particular number variable. Double equal to is generally used for checking the equality, whether the two numbers are same or not. So for that, we are using the double equal to. There is one more additional equality operator here is triple equal to. So triple equal to will check the type and the value both. So that is the useful whenever you are using this types of variables, because in the variables you are not declaring int, you are not declaring string or float. So where the number variable name. So therefore you should able to check whether the data type is same or not. So in that case, you can use type and you can use the value. Okay, see you. We will end here and we will see the next topic in the next video. Thank you. Thank you very much.